All right, Grand Rising, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So again, this is not your mama's Bible study because we know that this story lies, and I don't know. I don't know something about horses. It was the third time is the charm, right? So again, very prominent. I noticed the horse earlier um, this week, and I don't know. Like I said, I was talking about something about the islands or whatever. And I think I came to a realization that day, but about something, right? But something very pure, right? Um, yeah, something. Now, what was that? See, that just came something about a gun, something, just a notification. Okay, so anyways, whatever. We're gonna keep on going. Okay, so um, I don't know, I get kind of excited, you know what I'm saying? I get a little excited. Okay, but I mean, and I probably shouldn't. It's probably something that's really bad, you know what I'm saying? Because again, something about like a download that said die in your sleep kind of came to mind. And I'm just thinking like, I am like, you know what I'm saying, staying somewhere tonight. So I'm just thinking like, okay, hold on, let's see what we're talking about in biblical text. So, I don't know, like I said, and then um, I had been watching a video of another seer or reader, and she said something about the horse. So I said, nah, it's something about this horse. I think she said that the horse in Colorado or whatever at the airport called Lucifer with the red eyes or whatever. So again, I don't know. It made me think also about right now, about Inanna, Ishtar, whatever you want to say, all right? It reminded me of that image that we shared on the channel a while back of the, I can't remember if it was Ishtar, Inanna, whichever name was being used at that particular time. You guys know what I think about sticking to the identities, because really I feel like the story is of wisdom, which has played many parts and roles on this plane over an expansive amount of time. Okay, so yeah, the red eyes and that whole thing, and again, the way that I feel like, again, for some of us, and I'll just say for myself, that I feel like on the inside I feel so really good. I really feel like I'm connected to source. And a lot of people don't like the way that looks. Like the world doesn't really like that, although they pretend to say that they worship God or love God, or gods anyway, plural. Okay, there's nobody that can dispute that there is. I know a lot of people are holding on to that have a more religious aspect, that there's only one God, but there is not. The Bible makes plenty of references as to speaking as if there are other gods, even for God to say don't worship other gods. And I do believe that it is with a capital G. We can go back and look. I'm not sure. But again, there's no disputing or debate in my eyes that there is not different gods in here. And this is why we're getting confused. Because if not, then we have a God in here that has many split personalities. And that you know what I'm saying? I guess it could be good the way I look at it, because we all have different parts of ourselves in our brain and things that we haven't tapped into, that science and the medical field wouldn't dare even letting us in on. These are things that they probably know about behind the scenes, that they probably dabble with, again, with experiments on people and individuals without us even knowing. So again, these are the kind of things that I'm talking about here. Okay, so anyway, I was gonna start in Revelation 17, but you know what I'm saying, I said hold on. Matter of fact, let's just go real quick. Let's go to, what's today? Getting this sense of it. I saw a lamb standing on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and with him were 144 whose name and his father's name written on the foreheads. Okay. So again, I don't know, this 144,000 and the names written on the foreheads, it's making me think also about lineage. Okay. It's making me think about lineage. Um, hmm. Mm, yeah, I don't know. Even I don't know, that energy of Yeah. Like a father figure. A lot of father figure things have been coming to mind when it comes to gods or godfathers. Okay. Um, us not really realizing, yeah, how many things are actually really going on this plane that we may not have been privy to or aware of, and how things actually really do operate. We're talking about the heavens of this realm, right? And then, again, oh, see, excuse me, I wasn't even yawning or nothing until I started this video, but let's keep going. All right, y'all. Okay. So again, the foreheads, people are going to definitely think that we are talking about something on someone's forehead. And although I do believe that there is something on people's foreheads physically, okay? Now, this kind of mark, this could be something, okay? Just saying. So again, this is why the world that has all the power and authority, and again, some of these powers that shouldn't be or don't want you to be, right? They are the ones that can have control over what we do. They are watching us very carefully to see what we say and share. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, that which would be good could be we have to be careful, because which could be considered good for humanity or the all, right, would be considered to be stepping out of bounds, speaking on terms they shouldn't be. Why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about? So again, we have to be very careful. You can't go against what the governing forces are saying. This is what it is. The FDA, which is questionable, you know what I'm saying? We have to go with what they say. Like, that's the end all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's God, right? So you might as well just say that that's your God, right? Okay. And then, so you're going to have people that are going to be looking at things that are good and calling them evil. And if they have the power and authority and they have the platform to be able to do that, then that particular, that entity, that person, their energy is going to be looked at and veered as something that is evil. And like I said, with the other thing that we talked about the other day, that person that was, like I said, with that copycat energy, I feel like what they were trying to do is to get me to mention something so that people could say, oh, look at this. This is the work of the devil. So again, we were in 17, and I think that's where I wanted to start, but we're going to go ahead and go here, right? And what I was talking about was like, I have to look more into like mirror magic and stuff like this, because, this is stuff I don't really, really go into too deep. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff because I don't deal with it. But again, maybe some of us actually do things that we don't even realize that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to tap into it a little bit more, because I was thinking about this energy as to that copycat energy. Why it pained me so is because I do like to kind of just stand. Sometimes I go in the bathroom. I might be, just chilling in front of the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And, just looking at myself, admiring myself, just thinking, there's a position I stand in and I'm just chilling, right? I might be smoking a cigarette, whatever I'm doing, right? And, the other day I was just, I kind of caught myself saying something about the earth, the air, the wind, and fire. And I was just coming to a realization of something, but I was just thinking like, oh, you know how you like come to like a revelation. I was like, oh yeah, earth, air, water, fire. Yeah. And, like I said, then I was kind of like, up that night or whatever, and I was kind of dancing, and I was kind of just meditating, and I was just kind of dancing, and I was just, the whole thing was a form of paying homage to, or even I felt as though there was some energy that was needed when it comes to a son, right? Or sons, right? I felt as though there was something that I needed to do to tap into the energy of sons, okay? To uplift or send some type of healing energy, right? And so that's what was on my mind when I was doing that. And then all of a sudden, like I said, there was the clouds above, and there was like a pink in the sky, and there was like a thunderstorm. So what I was saying in that video is there has to be, right? Because we're going to be talking about something about this queen of heaven that was seducing all of the men, right? So again, I was saying that, again, I feel like out of the group of divine feminines. Again, there's other platforms and other ways that people are being able to view information, even personal information about people. I don't have that, but I know it's there because I'm a seer, so I can see that it's going on, but I haven't seen it with my own eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like my mind's eye can see it. I can sense it. I know it, right? So what I was saying was, if there is some type of connections, even telepathic, or somebody using mirror magic or some kind of magic to peer in on people. It was too many things that I had done in personal, private spaces in my home that was revealed in that video for somebody that, again, I can see through emotions, and they were not pure to me. That's just my opinion. It don't have to be nobody else's. It wasn't genuine, is what I felt. So it made me look, and then amongst the other things, it just so happened that at that 1 minute I clicked on that video, that's what was being said. But me, on the other hand, did not have anyone. It was just me. And actually, I asked my youngest daughter, does she want to dance? Because sometimes we'll just do that. I don't know, maybe a spirit, you know what I'm saying? So for that to be that, and for me to be standing in my mirror saying things like this, and, I was in thought that night. So I'm thinking, yes, we can all get downloads. We can all get this, and that. But that was just too much. So has there been some kind of plan or some kind of device being used? Is there something being used where people are taking information, seeing what works for me? They dare not ask me or be involved with me or invite me in. No, they'd rather stand off and use whatever tools or whatever they have. And now we know that, again, we're talking about this Taliban and them having access to different types of tools and equipment, right? You have to wonder if this is the case, they have given access, again, spiritually, and in this realm. Does that correlate or symbolize the fact that here in America, especially in the Midwest, that certain groups, that they are trying to link me to those groups when those groups have ousted me, and to leave me in the hands of these groups when I'm not included in any of their meetings or their doings? Do you see what I'm saying? To leave me exposed when they have these groups coming in, because I'm reading this chapter that's saying something about they had them coming from the east or the west into the armies coming into they were free to roam. So again, that's making me think about that energy. Like I said, this is just what source is pulling for me right now. So if they have gotten the same devices that the governing forces were using in the cabal or in this situation for that amount of time of 20 years, maybe monitoring the dome or the capital, okay, a vassal or the entity, me, right? So now, does someone else have access to that, and they're trying to use that to destroy me or further expose me by people that they're trying to link me to that are really enemies? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is how I'm seeing it. This is just, I don't know if this is called cross-watching. Again, I am trying to dabble into these things because it seems that I'm doing some of these things and not really realizing, and I think other people realize that I am, and that's why they're paying so much attention. But they're not giving me the respect. What they're doing is basically acting as they are the ones that come up with this and they are doing it, when they're really people in your own community now having access to that, and they want to destroy you. Okay, so that is a very dangerous situation to put someone in, when someone doesn't even know who their enemies are and they have millions or thousands. Do you see? I won't say millions, but I'm saying thousands, right? And it makes me think about, that's why the 10,000s are going to be falling at your side. So again, I feel like this whole thing, me being in the dark about everything, gave these people plenty of time to build up a hate or vilify my image, okay, so that I can be slaughtered. And I feel like these people, for some reason, feel like they have done that. See, they think that they have already gave me a spiritual death. But every time they come in and they try to take from me, right? Every time they come in and take from me, I feel like I just get stronger, and they don't even realize that. It's crazy, because what we're dealing with is something, I feel like, that is a new way of seeing. It really is. Okay. Yeah. So let's see what it was saying here. You know, I go off on them tangents sometimes, but there's got to be it's a lot of information right there that I just said. So again, when they're talking about written on their foreheads, this could be people that have certain things written in their, and I don't know why Hawaii again just came up. To my mind, and especially, and then even it was something that had to do with Hawaii, where I feel like I saw that stag, that first triggered thought. Are we talking about one of the horses now? And then, like I said, that was the first thing that kind of just struck me. Okay. So let's see. So that has to do with something, like I said, a common ancestor or something. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm getting Pele energy here, you know, and all kind of things. So let's just keep going. And I heard a sound from heaven like a roaring in a great waterfall or a rolling mighty thunder. It was singing. It was the singing of a choir accompanied by harps. Now, again, this reminded me the other day when we were doing that video. And that huge rain, that storm came in like crazy. And I think that even the day before that, no, if it wasn't that same day, it was the day before that or a couple days before that, where they had that hailstorm in Wisconsin with those big, and you know, I heard some of the stuff, like I said, being in the Midwest. I heard some of the hail, but I didn't see any, but I did see a clip on the news somewhere. I mean, it wasn't that big where I was at, but I'm just saying. Okay. So anyways, okay, y'all. Okay. All right. So again, we already did that about the living, you know, I just wanted to go there. And then let's go back over here to where we were going to start at. Let's see. Okay, so we'll just go here where we're talking about plunged into darkness and subjected, gnawing of their teeth in anguish. Okay, well, let's just start here. Okay, Revelations 16 and 10. And it says, then the fifth angel poured out his flask upon the throne of the creature from the sea. So that which is created. Okay, a creature is just something that was created. So again, we could look at this as an artificial entity. We could look at this as an idol that is possibly being worshipped. We can look at this as a foreign energy that has been created in order to come and do something upon the earth. Right? And again, we know there's a lot about overthrows and a lot of energy, again, going on with that. Like I said, it's a hard thing when you feel like, you know, with your gifts, and then you're being very intuitive and connected to source. And there is something being told to you that's okay. For me, it feels as though, right. For some reason, some of us are very special. We'll just use that. We're very, very gifted, well endowed with lots of things. Land, okay? There's certain trust or things that are supposed to be ours right now that I feel like people have gotten into them. So they have to keep you subdued. They have to keep you monitored to make sure you're distracted, right? While people are robbing, right? So again, or taking or selling off land and property and stuff that belongs to you, okay? So again, these things, we have to look at this as stuff, same stuff is going on in this Bible here, okay? That's Jesus, right? Maybe this is why everybody wanted to kill him. Because again, when I feel like we're talking about the lineage that I come from on all sides, I feel like there is some prominent energy there. I feel like we're talking Hawaii, Maori is standing in my mind. There's a lot of different things here. There's a lot of aspects. So again, this stuff could have happened a very long time ago. Yes. Right. But yes, we're at a time when things are supposed to be judgment, or things are coming to be, you know, unveiled. Okay. There's just a lot. Okay. Maybe it feels like I haven't been really in the Bible that much lately. So again, that leaves you again to be someone that is in danger also, possibly. And it leaves you as one of the ones that they want to just sweep away like dust. And we're not having it this time. We're paying attention this time. We're going to tell the story this time. All right. So the whole thing about the forehead is probably those who are joined again. And at the forehead, if you even think about that, something in your mind, a foresight even, something that is before even. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, I need to get these glasses adjusted because they're falling off my face every second. So again, what the world may look at, they'll say, oh, look at this person. This is why they're going through all of this grief. This is why this, and that. And really, they don't realize that it's not what the person did. Sometimes, and this is how I'm starting to use this, right? To see, I don't have any problem taking constructive criticism, and I don't have any problem looking at myself real funky, like, hey, whatever you did, I check myself a lot, okay? And I think that's the only way to really get in tune like that. I check myself, you know what I'm saying, when it's needed, okay? So, just feeling like this whole thing of, it will seem as these people have done something wrong and that's why they're getting this so-called karma. But we don't realize that you can't take responsibility for things that people have done to you. And I actually feel like right now is a time when some of us are supposed to be having prominent positions in politics and other things right now. But what's happening is someone is mounting, siring, or riding your horse, right? Possibly. Oh, that was gross. It was like a snort. But and whether you could call this succubus energy because somebody's attaching themselves onto you. Somebody is showing these people exactly how to do these things as well. Okay. How to astral, whatever, and all of these things. Okay. But, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that. Because I just have so much I want to say. It's just so much on my mind. Goodness, I forgot where we were at. Oh, okay. So it makes it, so again, I refuse to take responsibility for things or feel like I have to do something about things that people have done to me. I know that something very, something has happened. But the thing that's bothering me is I feel like, not like a puppet energy, right? But as though I am a vessel and people are actually out there acting as though they are me or acting over me, using me through me. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if you do. They're operating in your energy instead of giving you the right to do so yourself. And I think that it's always been this way to a certain extent, but we are the ones we have been waiting for, and we are exposing these things and bringing light to it. And so it's bringing that type of awareness to the public that we have not had because of the education, which is the training that we have received. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So when you're breaking out of that, is very dangerous because your eye will be able to see these things and you are going to want to talk about them, expose them, or understand them. And that is going to be a problem for them. And them can be whoever you want it to be. All right? Because this is how we have to talk. Them can be whoever you want it to be. All right? So again, I have and I think I was watching a clip on some kind of thing that was being done today. What is his name? I don't even think I really want to say it because I can just see his energy is just not right. But they were talking about like things, were they aware that certain things were going on? And they need to keep something open so that they can have access, not so other people can get their hands on. But that's exactly what's going on. They're having, could you imagine if you know that you are royalty and people are trying to treat you like you the gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe? And you know that, again, some of these people are operating in your energy and using funds that may be attached to your family line or your lineage and using power and authority that is supposed to belong to you. And they're using it to keep you constrained and keep you broke and keep you down and keep you, you know what I'm saying, in a low vibrating status and situation. Could you imagine this? Could you imagine? It's almost like somebody taking your crown. So lest no one take your crown because the devil is going around looking to see who they can devour. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, let's keep going. I know for a fact something like that. And it's on a heavy, large scale. It's on a real deep something that's going on here. And again, it just is what it is. In the fact that now we are waking up to this and want to get to the bottom of it, it even makes it a bigger target on your back. Okay? This is what I know. Okay? So again, they can sit there and talk and stuff and talk around it and ask these people. They lying. I'll tell you that right now. And I can't tell you all the facts about it. And I may not have all the evidence, but somebody has it. It just has to be brought up and brought to the forefront, because somebody is lying. And somebody is giving off the idea that some of people in these positions that may be being taken advantage of, that they may be 100% clueless. It's just the inkling, it's the gut, it is the information that's coming in through downloads from source that is giving us this information as though we can see over. Could you see like an eagle going to like the highest peak and watching? They can see the movement and things going on, but they can't see really what the writing would be on a book or from up that high. You see what I'm saying? So I see it. I can see the making, like I even have dreams of me walking through it. Okay? But the things are blurred. But I can even hear voices and things and movement and stuff like that sometimes. So yeah, I know that there's something going. I can even see the movements and everything, but I cannot see the small writing on the paper. And even if I couldn't, would it be in legalese where I would not be able to understand it? Could it be when these generals or these individuals are talking as though they talk to someone? Could it be that they're talking to you through your subconscious? Could they be talking to you again while you're hypnotized? Could they be talking to you in a sleep realm and then saying, yeah, we gave or this person should know, and they really don't? But again, just because they did say it to you, it could have whispered it, they could have spoken a different language, but they can attest that they said it. But if you didn't comprehend or you didn't understand, then again, do you see what I'm saying? We talking about some real, I don't care what you say. We talking about some real stuff being done here, okay? This is the scale, and it's so, and that's why chaos is going on right now. Because I think that the main thing is that some people that may be trying to fight for justice so that's why, again, like, and then it's not even, I was going to say there should be like a sit down or a straight direct conversation. But again, at this point, who can you even trust? For me, who can I trust? I've lost everything, including, because of the way that I see things and I think. And I think for some individuals, that's the best thing that they would like to hear. But for me, it's a good thing too, because it's showing me that I'm going in a direction and I'm still going against the grain, and I ain't changing for no damn body. And I'm going to keep on speaking what I'm going to speak, and it's going to be the truth. Because I don't come to try to deceive nobody. I don't need to, And although some people may not want to go that far and take it that far because they might be afraid, it's not me. Unfortunately, I'm to the point where why am I fighting for anyone or anything? Because nobody, cares, and is going to leave me in a situation. Am I ready to be the scapegoat for anything? No. No. So again, like I said, I feel like they feel like everything is swept under the rug, and they've killed me off, and they hung me on the wall, possibly, and just speaking symbolically, right? Outside of Jerusalem, right? Possibly even the divine masculine, possibly, right? And they feel as though they have won, or they want me to feel as though I am defeated. But I tell you one thing, I'm feeling a lot, it's just, I don't know. I'm feeling really good and hopeful, but I don't know. Like I said, that makes some people upset. And then maybe that's where that energy, like I said, of someone, the energy of someone wanting to promote fear or death, to realize something so wonderful and then just die, right? you know. So again, so I think that when people think about when it's about that life, they think you gotta be, loud, you gotta be like very savvy in certain type of, you got to act or look or be a certain way. And some of us just are vessels of just something that's just, I don't think people want to really mess with. And that's maybe why people are falling away from you here and there. Because the light may be too bright, and because you didn't have to really go there unless you have to defend yourself, people may not realize it. It's like when grandma and grandma come into town, you want to, make sure you put on the show. You want to go get your science projects from 2 years ago and bring them out. You want to show all your stuff, put it on display. Oh, no. Anyway. Or, you got your friends around and you about to fight somebody, you know what I'm saying, when you was younger. And you got to put you know what I'm saying, you got to really put on the show. Ain't no way you can just lose in front of these cousins because they going to whoop you if you do. So anyways, okay, y'all, we getting off subject. I know y'all don't want to hear all this other stuff I'm talking about. Okay, so, all right, so let's get back to it. Yeah, so the fourth angel the fifth angel poured out his flask upon the throne of the creature for the sea. Excuse me. And his kingdom was plunged into darkness, and his subjects gnawed their tongues in anguish and cursed the God of heaven for their pains and sores. Okay? Excuse me. Also, I feel like there's some duality, as above, so below, possibly, when it comes to some of these presidents. That, again, I'm wondering if, even the scapegoat energy, right? I'm wondering if some of these individuals that are of the earth, or in the earthly gods, are what is being mounted by these presidents. Because a lot of times when they're speaking of these individuals, it seems, it's like, I don't know, and I won't go too deep into it, but I have a different vantage point when it comes to this. And it's just strange. I'm just thinking of Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio in his, not alter ego, but his conscience. You see what I'm saying? And I just noticed that Jiminy was also like, just like the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. They both had the same like attire. And didn't they both have clocks? Almost like Father Time, almost even. And curse the God of heaven and their pains and sores. Again, this kind of sounds like, like I said, the horse, the stag, right? I'm even sitting here looking at a stag here, on the wall here. And, it's just making me think about these antlers in a battle even, and it's almost like I won't go there. That's inappropriate. We'll keep it at antlers. Whose antlers are bigger? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a fight to the death, But yeah, for the pains and sores. And it's kind of like people are kind of, it's reminding me of the cries of the people, especially from the earth and people of color, when it comes to, just having questions, these pains, that people want to know, why are we going to have to pay these things? Why are we going to have to pay these fees if we have a group with 100 or more what is going on? And is this a reason? I won't go too far into it. I mean, there's too many things that I can say, and we're not going to say them. But this is making me think about the people, the common people, speaking to the governing forces and saying, hey. But there's a capital G here. So again, are we talking about the living God being among us here? I don't know. Okay. So again, the pains and sores, it's like agony. People about to have to lose their homes, jobs, because you don't just lose your job if you don't want to take the vaccine. You're going to just lose everything, because if you can't work, then what you going to do? But then you'll just have to start over. And but it's going to be, and then the amount of influx of people coming in is, and we're just sitting here. Y'all, let's not go too far into it. You get the gist of it. So yeah, I think that this is us, and governors and things like this. Also, people saying, "What is really going on here?" This is too much to bear. Okay, for something that's 99.7 or 97.9, whatever it was. And again, most of us are already immune to it, because we mostly already had it. It's almost 3 years, damn near. Okay, so all right, I'm not speaking against the antidote. We're just asking questions, because the antidote, what I'm saying is the truth just prevails. If we just be honest about it, maybe the antidote is for something else. Let us know what it's for, and then maybe people could just choose. They might think it's cool and want to go ahead and get it. It might give you superpower. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. One day we might all turn around and regret that we didn't get it. And be like, damn, you didn't get the vaccine? We should have. Damn, these people got superpowers. I like to bring a little bit of something else to the story. I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it, okay? So yeah, okay. And curse the God of heaven, okay, yeah. But they refuse to repent of all their evil deeds. So again, something would be evil. I probably am going to be looked at as evil to certain corporations and entities, because we're asking questions. They don't, obviously somebody doesn't want us asking these questions. Is it because of the questions? Is it because of the lies? Like, I don't understand. Okay, but this is what their energy that I'm getting here. Okay. And the sixth angel. So again, bringing up stuff that people may not want to the forefront. That can kill someone spiritually, because people don't want them talking about these things. And so that's not really, to me, that's not really too much of a holy thing here. But if we're dealing with the God, actually living God on earth, and this is a plan or something like that, then that would be something different. And if he just said, hey, I'm God, you know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and take this vaccine, because, it's something that's about to happen here, and you ain't going to be able to survive if you don't take this. Okay, well, damn, that's what you should just say in the first place. Let me take it. You know what I'm saying? I probably don't even need to know all of the stuff that's in it. You said you God, right? I remember you. You know me. I know you. Okay, I'm just going to take it. You see? Just like that. Okay? So it says the sixth angel poured out his flask upon the great, and some people probably still wouldn't, but whatever, to each his own. The great river Euphrates, and it dried up so that the kings from the east could march their armies westward without hindrance. Okay, so again, the river of the Euphrates, that makes me think about the mouth of a river. It makes me think also about putting up fences around the Capitol. It makes me think also about barricades at borders. Also makes me think about taking away someone's voice and the flow of energy that's the current events and the currency is what it makes me think about, so that it's not so frequent. So again, to trample over or use another individual's voice, an idol, to place over a god or goddess in order to put the attention on them so that people cannot be paid. You see what I'm saying? I pay attention. I'm real. See, they may be crafty, but some of us are very intuitive. Right? And so again, this whole thing, like I said, is something about from now until Saturday. I don't know what it is, but I feel like what it is the encroaching energy again on an empress. So again, the legal death, the identity theft, right? Okay. Oh, she's still not gonna shut up. Then again, it's gonna get physical. Okay. And then what? Distraction, devastation, right? Let's cause chaos here so that, the rest of the little bit that's left of the family can be broken apart. So we'll keep using our bait, you know what I'm saying, in order to, like there's something going on there, when really at the end of the day, I feel like, again, I'm the empress. And again, sometimes I feel like there's a divine masculine and feminine in a whole group of people that are looking to, again, remove me. And again, they think that they've done it in all these other ways, but the most important thing is spiritually. And just because you take something or you dabble in on an empress's or my energy, you may be able to be graced with a little bit of it, but you're not going to be able to take it away. And every time you try to take it away, it just gets more stronger. And I get less quiet. I get more quiet. Right? I just, draw away. And I think that a lot of other people, possibly too. It comes to a point where it's like, I'm tired of trying to explain something to you. I'll just sit back and do what I do, and you just keep on doing what you do. But the thing about it, though, is that do these people have access to this equipment where they can tap in and tune into maybe even your very things that you visualize every day, where they know your very steps, they know everything about you, and they can use that then against you and also use it to try to be you. Okay, we're gonna go deep, and that's just what we're gonna always do. I don't let these words come out. The spirit is in here, we're dealing with wisdom, and it's just coming out the way it is. And people want to say it's me talking about me because it's affecting me. I'm telling my story because I can see, and I don't like to really talk on other people's stuff unless I know something about it. So this is me telling you that it's not only me, though. See, there's other capitals as well. Just this one I feel like is of a royal lineage that is really the people that are supposed to be running nations right now, the world right now. It's just what I think. It's just what source tells me. But I'm not worried about it because I feel like whatever is going to be brought to light and some things are going to be turned around or happen. If I don't mention it at all, then I'm just rolling with it then. I'm just allowing it to happen. So I can't be thinking about what other people are going to be mad about me saying something when I didn't come here. It's almost just like this white horse with the rider with the bow and arrow. That's that archer energy. And again, not even on purpose. Not even on purpose. Not even on purpose. Okay, so it says, dried up so that, and it's also making me think about physically. There's a tread of land. If you pull up a map of the North America, that runs from the northeast down to and through, and I don't know if it's a hilly or a mountainous area, but it looks as though there was a mudslide or something catastrophic seems that it happened there, or that a river was flowing through there at one point in time, which I think is a possibility. I think it's a really big possibility. We've talked about it several times on here, and I've showed it on maps already, but it's making me think about that portion of land. So something even coming from New York, some type of energy, some kind of movement. This is just what I feel, what I sense. Okay. Again, moon just came to mind. I'm just mentioning what I'm seeing here. Okay. It doesn't even have to be anything specific. It could have something to do with some moon phases or something. I don't know. Okay. But the whole fading of the moon and sun, I don't know. Because I think the true son of God is talking about the soul. And I think the soul is that they was fighting for in America. And the soul has to do with some antiquities and some ancient energy. All right. But through religious aspect, and what we're perceiving is the sun and the moon attached to Christianity and the Muslim energy. Okay. Um, But I think that the moon energy is tied to an individual, and the sun is tied to an individual. Um, Both of these individuals, I do feel like, have some type of something to the earth. It's just one is well endowed and prepared when it comes to the legalities, and the other one is just the natural, pure, radiant, vibrating light. They both are lights. They both are strong. Again, it makes me think about, like I said, the dark energy witch on Discovery of Witches, and then Diana. So, but if you really think about it, they both were not really bad. It's just one had been dealing with people for a long time that she, you know what I'm saying, did things that might have turned, and then her being curious really about Diana is what triggered her to try to trigger Diana to show her powers or whatever. Okay. So we'll just leave it at that and keep on moving. Okay. So the kings from the east could march their armies westward without hindrance. And it's kind of making me think about something I was watching on the news today that had something to do with that Millie. We'll just say that. And some secret things that were going on. See. And some people are looking at this as honorable, when again, anything that somebody is trying to deliver listen, okay, we'll just stop there. Okay. And some people are thinking of it for what it is. Why would you do that? That's not protocol. It's not orderly. So if you're not doing one thing orderly, that means you're not doing, and again, when that's coming to just us, everyday people, hell, we just trying to live and survive. We're doing things or whatever, but it's something when it's on a mass scale and you're using your power and authority in a wrong way, when you're supposed to be doing things a certain way, and you are in charge of something that is very prominent. Do you see there's a difference? Okay. There's a difference. There's a difference than somebody not cleaning out a soda machine properly at McDonald's, than somebody doing things in the heavens on this plane that may affect certain people, and it's not protocol. It's different. Okay. But even at McDonald's, if you don't clean it, if you don't never clean it, then you're going to have some people start getting sick, and then you're going to have to pay up one way. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Maybe you don't, because I don't have good analogies, but hopefully you just get the picture. Okay. All right. So again, so they won't be halted. Okay. Without hindrance. So this makes me think about some kind of movement, some kind of flow. I think that they're trying to take the throne. I think that something is going on here. Okay. They want something. They want property. They want something of mine, possibly everything. And again, they want to make it seem like everybody is aware, but I am just using my genuine intuitive gifts that have been provided to me, that are within me, to identify what is going on. So I don't have the necessary this. I will tell you again, I have not received a penny from anyone. I do not deal with anyone. I haven't signed anything. I don't know what these people are talking about, but I know that some of these things that are being talking about is kind of like, it's involving me and it's frustrating me, because I like to be in control of anything that I like to be the sole proprietor for everything that has something to do with me. So if anybody is saying I gave them some kind of jurisdiction over anything that I'm supposed to be dealing with right now, it's a damn lie. So this is all I know. All right. And I saw 3 evil spirits disguised as frogs leap from the mouth of the dragon, the creature and his false prophet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. The miracle working demons conferred with all the rulers of the world to gather them for battle against the Lord on the great coming judgment day of God Almighty. Now, again, this is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and try to break this down a little bit more later on, because I'm going to stop here. Okay. But just this whole part right here. Okay. Some things, like I said, this is why I had to pipe down on how I'm talking. I am, if anybody look at me as anything, you could look at me as independent. I don't like to go with the flow of things. And I told you too that I look at the bird as the bird, and the right and the left wing are both on the bird. And if the bird is dirty, that means both the damn wings is dirty. And so I'm just saying that this is just the way I'm looking at it, okay? And it's not even got anything to do with the wings themselves or the individual. It has something to do that's deeply rooted and intertwined, deeply rooted. That's why I like to go to the root of things. That's why it's nothing personal for me. That's why I'm looking at the energy, not the individuals. But you can see that, again, it just depends on preference when it comes to our mass media, the platforms that we get most of the news from. And we can keep going back and forth about who did what and what and what. But if we don't get to the root of things, we will never be able to clear it up and move forward. Because even we're seeing what's being done here and what's being, most of this stuff was already planned. It's already been going on, and it's really possibly was left over from what the prior presiding one would have been doing, which is a result of what is at the root of the whole thing. Is why it doesn't work anymore. So again, I saw that the energy, like I said, I can kind of see this dual energy, and I see that there was a crucifying of one in order to bring one in. But again, for me, I'm not looking at it like that. Let's clean out both day lockers. Let's clean out the whole, you know what I'm saying? All right? Yeah. Because that's not, we surface dwelling still. We're not getting to the root of it. But I said, if they're putting this much emphasis on goodbye this person and already acting as though this person is in, hey, wait a minute, let's pump the brakes. Should we be figuring out what's going on over here first before we just say evacuate and go? And again, I have been feeling a lot of the brunt of what's going on under this administration. But that don't mean that you're going to be able to trick me into thinking, hey, the other one is better because this one is not right now. If anything, in my eyes, I feel like some of us are the ones that are supposed to be in these positions. But some people don't want to let go. They'll rather let go of you. Right? Okay. So okay, that was just I'm just tripping a little bit, but yeah. I was just looking at some furniture. No. Something somebody said today. The president, okay, said something about somebody, right? And he was like, yeah, something about, it was a woman, he was doing a speech, and it was a woman that he said something about that he was proud of and something. And he also said something to the point of, I think like something like she was born in Canada, but if she was born in America, she would be standing right here today. And it just made me think. You see? Because when we were reading about Leah and Rachel the other day, and I can't remember which one was taken into the Ephrata, okay? Yeah, I think it was Ephrata, and it made me think about the Euphrates, right? And it made me think about, when I looked up Ephrata, I got Pennsylvania. And I was thinking, what does this got to do with Pennsylvania? But then I started thinking about Pennsylvania Avenue, right? And then just a second ago, I just got a glimpse because I'm staying somewhere where I'm just in love with the furniture. And I was just looking at this furniture here and I'm just thinking like, you know, I don't know why that it was just a funny thing. Because sometimes, I'm kind of like funny sometimes. I can be, okay? Maybe y'all don't think so much, but it was just something like about thinking about how I would decorate, because I remember when I was little and I would hear that they say that the president comes in and they can adjust the furniture, right? And I don't know why. I was standing there looking at that furniture. I know the lady down there thought I was crazy as hell. But I don't know. Like I said, when you're a seer and someone, you just don't know why you're thinking these thoughts. Could have been a dream I had or something, because I had a dream too today that was kind of strange. Right? Because it brought me back to the one speaker was saying something about people that they advise people not to come in just yet if they need to come in because they're trying something or whatever. And I think around that time I had did that video talking about just go ahead and let me get up into the White House or something. I was just joking, but serious. But, y'all, we just talking. I'm chilling tonight. We just talking, okay? We just chilling. We just talking. Because I know somebody's going to try to turn this into me talking about I'm about to overthrow and take the White House or something, which I believe that, again, sources telling me that if I ain't supposed to be living there, I'm supposed to be having something to do with something. Maybe in the future. Maybe supposedly in the past. But other people have been pulling the strings and doing the work. Who knows? We don't know what's going on. It's just a lot of things going on right now. And I'm just thinking very futuristic right now. Even 10 years down the line or something like this. But, you really can't speak anymore, but take everything so serious and want to, condemn you for everything you say. But I'm just a free thinker and a free speaker, there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide really anymore, I feel like the day that I brought up on my channel that, I value my privacy and I try to keep a barrier of protection around me and my family, that's when I started to really feel an increase on that hateful, spiteful energy, and I definitely felt, people trying to knock down those borders and find out what they can do and what they can use. Because I think that, again, some of these groups that are in the indigenous community have had access to this stuff for at least the same amount of time that I've been going through what I've been going through, which I call the insurrection of the Capitol, that vessel. Okay? Allegorically, symbolically, whatever. We got one perception of something, and it was actually something that was going on spiritually or with, So this is how I look at it. And no one knows. And I think that when people go through these things over time, they may lose it. They may lose it, but Source made me different. And I just see it, and I see it, and I see it, and I see it every day. And it's just like, at one point, you can't even trust nobody. You might lose everything, but gain the world. But, what I choose to do, I'm not selling out. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not bending over for nobody to deceive masses of people. They can't get me to do that. So again, I feel like at some point in time, if they can't get you to do that, then they'll just give the position to an idol, and they'll put somebody else and exalt them. And I feel like that's what they're going to try to do, and it's not going to happen this time. Because it ain't nothing like the real thing. And I won't stop. And the thing is, people mistake silence for weakness, right? And some people see silence as a strength. But it depends on how you using it and what you connected to. Are you all the way tuned in? Or do you have the perception that you tapped in and tuned in? I just see a lot, and it's just coming in more and more and more and more now, to the point where it's just like, to be doing it alone. Like, a lot of this, I feel like the isolation thing is to make sure that you just have no resources. You have nobody to lean. You have no, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, even just that, could you imagine like somebody like Olivia Pope with the mind that she had, right? But she didn't have Huck, and she didn't have her team. You see what I'm saying? She couldn't have access. She didn't have their phone number. She didn't have their email addresses. She didn't have them coming to the office every day. So again, sometimes I feel like, again, it's on an intellectual or a mental kind of scale right now. Everything is like, digital, and everything is like whatever. So this is how things fit. But could you imagine even that point that I was just making about, I don't know. Because it feels like everybody could have access to me, but they're not giving me the right to speak up or fend for myself. And I don't like that. I don't like that. It's like I'm just not even at the table, but it's almost like, I'm over here, dude. Don't you see me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it feels like everybody else is connected and they're communicating. So, but why am I over here? Like, that would just be like you not even acknowledging the queen and everybody else running the damn kingdom. You know what I'm saying? This is just the energy, like I said, that I'm seeing. This is just what I'm taking in. And it's just so weird. But it's just like, sources just like, speak how you see it. Who cares what they say? I'm telling you to do it. And you ain't even got to talk all like this and like that. I'm telling you, this is me telling you what to say. This is me showing you something. And either people relate to it or they don't. But most people are going to relate to it because they already know what's going on. Whether they're going to do something about it, we'll see. You have to realize, a lot of people come here and think that I'm some kind of way but when you're channeling, or when you're in that zone, or you're in that energy, you're not really thinking about people's, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to think about nothing. You're not trying to make nothing fit nowhere. You're not trying to make anything. It's just like a free flow. That's why I call it freestyle. It's just